Alex Jones here, live on Saturday afternoon from the InfoWars News Center. President Trump, addressing a crowd, as the whole world now knows, came out and said, "Get that son of a bitch off the field." Trump calls for boycotts of the NFL teams whose players refuse to stand for the national anthem. This could save the country. What Trump is now doing is the key to the total restoration of our republic and the breaking of Hollywood, the big telecoms, the Googles, the Facebooks, the Twitters. We can break their stranglehold on information and their bullying on America if we understand the genius of what Trump is doing. I'm going to show you again his statements for those that haven't seen them yet, and then I'm going to break down why this is the key. This is absolutely what's been needed. It's beautiful. It's amazing. If you want to defeat the globalists and the culture bullies that are out to destroy this country, I'll break down why they want to do that. This is the answer. So please, if you're watching live or watching this taped later, get this out to everybody you know, because believe me, this is Excalibur to slay the dragon. Here is the president, ladies and gentlemen.
Wouldn't you love to see one of these NFL owners, when somebody disrespects our flag, to say, "Get that son of a bitch off the field right now, out, he's fired. He's fired." You know, some owner's going to do that. He's going to say, "That guy that disrespects our flag, he's fired." And that owner, they don't know it. They don't know. They're friends of mine, many of them. They don't know. They'll be the most popular person for a week. They'll be the most popular person in this country, because that's a total disrespect of our heritage. That's a total disrespect of everything that we stand for, okay? Everything that we stand for. And I know we have freedoms, and we have freedom of choice and many, many different freedoms. But you know what? It's still totally disrespectful. And you know, when the NFL ratings are down massively, the NFL ratings are down massively. Now, the number one reason happens to be that they like watching what's happening on, with your screen. They like what's happening. Because, today if you hit too hard, right? They hit too hard, 15 yards, throw him out of the game. They had that last week. I watched for a couple of minutes. And two guys just really beautiful tackle. Boom, 15 yards. The referee gets on television. His wife is sitting at home. She's so proud of him. They're ruining the game, right? They're ruining the game. Hey, look, that's what they want to do. They want to hit, okay? They want to hit. But when people like yourselves turn on television and you see those people taking the knee when they're playing our great national anthem, the only thing you could do better is, if you see it, even if it's one player, leave the stadium. I guarantee things will stop. Things will stop. Just pick up and leave. Pick up and leave. Not the same game anymore, anyway.
Why is this so profound? Why is this so key? Why is it game-changing? This is what they fear most about Trump. Why all the big corporations, all the big fake comedy shows at night posing as news programs, Jimmy Kimmel, Colbert, all of them, they fear Trump because he actually wants national sovereignty. And under globalism, they want to get rid of sovereignty so that we don't have any shot of controlling our government. And they don't want us to have any culture either. That's why in the EU, they're getting rid of nations having names involved with Germany or France or Greece or Italy or Spain, because nationalism's a bad thing, period. And that's why they want to get rid of the American flag and now George Washington and Thomas Jefferson statues, because then they can overturn the Bill of Rights and Constitution, claiming that's all racist too. This is a war on the nation state and the war on America having any culture. And if we still use the free market and voting with our feet and voting with our dollars to say no to the system and to say no to their tyranny and to say no to them using the NFL, almost every ad to be anti-gun or anti-family or anti-Christian or anti-male, and now they're wimping the sport out as well. This is admitted. The NFL heads would meet with Obama's Justice Department and decide how to propagandize the most highly rated sporting events in America, with a regular game having 30 million viewers, a Super Bowl 90 million viewers. They turn into this extravaganza to attack Americana while using the classic American NFL symbol of Americana to destroy America itself. So Trump invoking that power, a bunch of spoiled, rotten people making $10, $20, $30 million a year, bitching like Kaepernick, who sucks anyways, and so he's out of the NFL. They coddled his ass for years. He only had, one good season. Then they coddle his ass. He's suing because nobody will hire him. You're a PR disaster. You suck. But your hundreds of millions you've made, reportedly over 200 million, isn't enough of you snot-nosed scum to bitch about America all day. Why don't you go to North Korea or Cuba where the sporting stars don't get paid crap? Instead, the globalists want to use you to piss all over the country and to demonize national sovereignty. And here's Trump saying, hey, you got rights to free speech. I got rights to say you suck. And if you work for a company, the NFL's entertainment, even though it's real games most of the time, it's still entertainment, you want to go up there and use it to bully us, you're done. But that's why the NFL head has come out and said, oh, Trump, the NFL commissioner says Trump is disrespectful. No, you're disrespectful, NFL, letting it become a political whorehouse of anti-American garbage. That's what you've done. And we're saying, hey, 40% down, people going to your stupid stadiums that are nothing but police state groping centers, and 30-40% down on TV viewers. People are sick of overpaid, spoiled brats in our face. Just like we're sick of the Hollywood elites, just like we're sick of the Stephen Colberts and everybody else. That's why I like Kimmel a little bit better, because he hadn't got as political and actually did some jokes. He's now totally joined it and admittedly gets his talking points from Chucky Schumer, one of the slimiest senators in U.S. history. Let me give you a little news, Kimmel. Obamacare was written by the Republican fat cats that are battling Trump to screw people over with the Democrats. It's increased prices more than double. It's designed to screw people over and get rid of charity care where people that are poor get their heart conditions taken care of. But again, Kimmel doesn't know that. He's being drafted into this war against the resurgence of America, this war against reality. Hey, Kimmel, if free healthcare is so good, go to Cuba. Go to England. It's not free, man. National healthcare systems destroy countries. Everybody knows that. And you got big corporations creating a single payer. Pocahontas and Ezekiel Emanuel, who helped write the bill, admitted it's a screw job. Jonathan Gruber said it's a screw job to triple prices and said, thank God the public's so dumb, Kimmel. Do you really not know it was this bipartisan, multinational screw job? But I'm sorry, I'm digressing. We have a right to boycott Kimmel and his sponsors. We have a right to boycott the dumbass NFL. We have a right to say we're sick of this crap. And here's the big key. Trump is invoking the power of the people. Trump is saying, stop watching it, stop listening, stop giving your money to it when it hates you and disregards you and puts you down. The NFL is even saying we're not going to have patriotic stuff with the American flag anymore or honor the veterans unless the Pentagon pays us. And it came out under Obama. They were paying them, but only to turn the pro-America propaganda into pro-globalist propaganda. So here's the key. He's invoking the power of the people. He's invoking you boycotting and saying no and having your right. They want to go to their knee. They want to demonize America. They want to demonize sovereignty. You have a right to boycott them. But more importantly, he's saying it's okay to believe in a nation. It's okay to believe in a flag and a people, because it's not perfect, and the flag's not perfect, America's not perfect, but it's a hell of a lot better than unelected George Soros globalism funding the Arab Spring and turning Europe and the Middle East over to radical Muslims. See, that's the thing. They want you to hate America and hate your culture because they got something new they're overriding. They want to erase the floppy disk, folks. They want to tell you it's all crap, so you'll erase it and hate it so they can come in with their new culture. Let me tell you who's disrespectful. It's this piece of shit right here. The National Football League commissioner who lets this institution of Americana become a giant hose to be anti-gun, anti-family, anti-Christian. I mean, every time we analyze the NFL ads and the stuff the NFL does and all their anti-gun commentators and all this crap, hey, you're killing the NFL, just like Fox News has lost half its viewers because they've started to go anti-Trump. I was just watching Fox News in here during the break, and I came back in 30 minutes later. They had two different hosts on running down Trump and saying he's preposterous, he's wrong, it's bad, it's crazy to go after the NFL because all the controlled corporate media knows they've bullied America into submission. And if Trump makes it okay to boycott, which of course it's your power you've got, it's not okay, it's essential. And if he makes it okay to be pro-America, then you won't be a globalist slave. And if he makes it okay to boycott the NFL and what they're doing, that you could actually tune out, what about CNN? What about MSNBC? What about the new Fox News? You make them irrelevant, pointing out they're globalist bought and paid for. You make them irrelevant by standing up and telling the truth. You make them irrelevant by understanding, hell yeah, we're sick of a bunch of spoiled, rotten people worth $50, $100, $200 million bitching because George Soros is financing a race war and trying to imply that black people are being oppressed like we're back in 1860 or something. It's a demonization of America because we're going into globalism, just like Trump's UN speech was saying sovereign nations matter. Countries, taxpayers pay to have a government that looks out for them, and screwing America is over. But all you other countries shouldn't screw your people over and transfer your power to the unelected TPP. This is all complete common sense. So all the coward whore media wants to line up and say Trump's right when he's totally and absolutely correct. These social engineers are failing, and they know it. So Trump is on target. He's absolutely doing the right thing. The leftists know people are waking up to them, so now they've got counteroffensives claiming Trump sold us out on DACA, which he hasn't even done yet, and a bunch of other issues. What matters is he's promoting Americana. He's getting the jobs back. He's defending our sovereignty, trying to defend our border, and delivering on killing the carbon tax and so much more. And you know a man by his enemies. The globalists cannot stand him because they want to bring down anything Americana because they want to capture America and use us as their political slave. But you know what? We're awake. And no amount of censorship, no amount of globalism will put the genie back in the bottle. Globalism is dead. The globalists in their own internal publications admit it. And everything you see now is an attempt to bring in total authoritarianism to override the democratic will of the West to not be slaves of globalism merged with Islam. And our kids sexualized. So to all the globalists and all the rest of you people think you'll break our will, understand this. For myself, my family, and everybody else that's awake of every race, color, and creed, fuck your New World Order and your eugenics agenda, your system to make everybody poor and dumb. Screw your system to poison the vaccines, the food, the water, which is all coming out. Screw your whole program to hell. We have already defeated you, and you know that. So you're trying to overturn the chessboard and go into hyper tyranny like all tyrants do in their final phases. And so all that's going to do is accelerate the awakening to you completely and accelerate your complete political destruction. So as John Wayne says, in fiction, but I say in reality, fill your hand, you son of a bitch.